I still don't know how it got here. The envelope was just on my desk one morning. No knock, no delivery, nothing. At first, I thought someone was in my house messing with me, but I live alone. My name was written on the front, and the handwriting, that's what really threw me off. It looked almost familiar, like my own handwriting, but slightly off, like someone had copied it after seeing it only once. I remember just standing there for a minute, not opening it, because something felt off, and only a way I couldn't explain. When I finally opened it, there was only one thing inside: a small black key. No note, no explanation, nothing else. Just that. Honestly, I almost laughed. It felt like a prank that didn't make any sense. But when I picked it up, I stopped laughing. It didn't feel like normal metal. It was warm, like it had just been held. That night, I left it on my desk and tried not to think about it. I told myself it was nothing, just something weird. Something maybe explainable, but I didn't sleep well. I kept waking up for some reason, like my brain was checking if something had changed. When I woke up in the morning, I didn't see the key on the desk anymore. But when I was feeling around in my bed, I found it under my pillow. That's when the discomfort started to turn into something else, because I definitely didn't move it, and I definitely didn't sleepwalk. At least, from what I know, I never done it before. The next few days felt normal at first, but I started noticing a small things slipping. Not big memories, just tiny gaps. But I didn't think too much of it. I never had a good memory anyway. I'd walk into a room and forget why. I'd reread messages I knew I had already understood, but they felt slightly unfamiliar, like my brain was reloading things wrong. That's when I showed it to someone, a friend of mine. I don't even know why I chose him specifically. Something just felt like I needed another person to see it. When I handed him the key, he went quiet immediately. He turned it in his hand like he recognized it, but couldn't quite place where from. Then he said something that stuck with me. I feel like I've seen this before. Then he paused, like he didn't expect himself to say that. A few seconds later, his phone lit up. No number, just a message. It said, "It has already been moved once." He looked at me after reading it like I was supposed to understand what that meant, but I didn't. That night, I tried to get rid of it. I threw it all away, not carefully, not dramatically, just tossed it into the drain and went home. I actually felt relieved for a while, like maybe it was all over. But unfortunately, it lasted about 6 minutes. My phone buzzed. Same message again. You cannot discard what has already been accepted. I didn't know what that meant, but when I looked back at my desk, the key was there again. Clean, dry, like it had never left. That's when I stopped thinking of this as a coincidence, because now it wasn't just appearing, it was returning, like it knew where I was, like it belonged closer than I wanted it to. And the worst part, I started noticing I can't really explain properly. Every time I touch it, the word felt slightly less familiar afterward, like I was slowly being moved further away from everything I knew. Not physically, just um mentally. Like I was losing context from my own life. Last night, I got another message. There was no sender again, just this. It doesn't stay, it moves. And I realized something I didn't want to understand. It didn't belong to anyone, it just passes through people. And the only way it passes is if someone else is willing to take it from you, willingly, knowing what it is. I haven't decided who I'm gonna tell yet, but I already know I will because I can feel it getting closer when I don't. And I think that's the point. If they say yes, then I won't be the one telling the story anymore.